It's that time of year for us to create our IRL build on NBA 2K20, but I couldn't do it alone. I had to bring in some experts to get their opinion.
Joe knows the IRL demigod? This man is like a IRL slasher, bruh.
Man, I played Joe Knows in real life, one-on-one, and my boy is official. My boy is a dog.
You could put some slashing in there, right? No, I've seen him play before, so I remember. So like I guess you could put slasher in there.
The vertical and the bounce is there.
He can do everything. I'm sitting here trying to figure out ways to stop him, and he can do everything. He can shoot, he can dribble, he a slasher.
Two-way slashing, sharpshooting playmaker?
I 100% think Joe's IRL build will be like a playmaking slasher, but I might be wrong.
If I had to give this man an archetype on NBA 2K20, it'll probably be a 3-level scorer. Cause they can do everything. With a few, I give him a few defensive badges because he definitely official in every way. My boy is a beast.
Alright, so now that these guys hyped me up and made me look way better than I actually am, let's get into the build. But shout out to Duke, Davis, and Peter for helping me, man. The link to their channels would be in the description, man. I appreciate them giving me, you know, that little scouting report on my IRL game. Alright, but listen, I'm gonna go with point guard just because of my height in comparison to NBA players. I'm probably more of like a shooting guard, but we're gonna go with point guard just because of my height. Now, for the pie chart, everyone was saying basically like a playmaking slasher, or, you know, Peter said like a two-way slashing playmaker or something like that. But I think because of my height, I'm going to have the speed in the playmaking, even if I don't choose a playmaking pie chart. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm going to go with is the shooting and the finishing pie chart. And then I'm going to still have the speed because, you know, like my height, I'm not 6'8" like some NBA player. You know what I mean? I'm only 6'1" without shoes on. So even with the shooting and finishing pie chart, we're still going to have the speed and the ball handling. All right. So finishing and shooting. Now, I think for me, actually in real life, the balanced one would be more like it because I do lift a lot. I go to the gym a lot. So I do have the strength. I feel like I am pretty athletic. You guys have seen the vertical and the speed and the clips. So, but for the game, I think it just makes more sense to go with the smallest strength so that I get more vertical and more speed because my player is going to be short. You know what I mean? Well, short in comparison to other archetypes and NBA players and stuff. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. So now for the attributes. The main thing I was looking to get is driving badges, shooting badges, and playmaking badges. If I get some defensive badges, cool, but I'm not too worried about it. I feel like for my build, my main badges would be driving, shooting, and playmaking. Okay, if you never see me play, I'm gonna leave the link to the Duke Dennis IRL 1v1 video in the description. You guys could check that out. I have a couple other IRL videos up. But also you can follow me on Instagram if you actually want to see me. That's where I post like more IRL basketball clips because my channel is mainly based around 2K, not so much IRL clips and basketball and whatnot. But if you do want to see it, my Instagram's always in the description. You can follow it. So we maxed out all the shooting. We maxed out everything on driving besides post hook. I don't really shoot post hooks. I'm not touching it. It would only give me like 2 or 3 more finishing badges, so not even worth it. Now, I would love to put up the post moves, but I just feel like our defense would be way too much of a liability if we do that. So we're going to put up perimeter defense, lateral quickness. We still have 78 attributes left. So we're going to max out the steal because I'm going to be small. I got to at least be able to do something on defense. And then we're going to put the rest on defensive rebound. That gives us 6 defense/rebounding badges. That's actually pretty good. That's more than I thought I would get. So you see 17, 21, 13, and 6 badges. I feel like that's not bad at all. Now, body type, I feel like defined is probably the way I'm gonna go. You know, like I said, I do lift a lot and stuff. I'm not one of these skinny ass dudes like Slight. I'm also not big and built and burly like that. I feel like defined is the right one to choose. So I'm gonna go with defined. Now, without shoes on, I'm 6'1". Now, obviously that's pretty damn small for a MyPlayer. But with shoes on, I'm about 6'2". So I think we're gonna go with 6'2". I mean, it'll obviously help my MyPlayer out a little bit, make him a little more competitive in terms of his height. But also, when I play ball, obviously I'm wearing shoes, so I feel like 6'2" is appropriate. Now for my weight, I fluctuate between 195 and 200 pounds, you know, depending on, you know, what I ate, how much water I've been drinking, if I've been lifting heavily, stuff like that. So I'm gonna just leave it at 195 so that we still have the 82 acceleration. You know, I could bump it up to 200. I fluctuate between those 5 pounds usually throughout the year. But yeah, so we'll go with 195. Now the wingspan, honestly, I have no idea how long my arms are. I'm not gonna lie. But what I do know is I want to have 86 ball control right off the rip. So we're going to lower it just a little bit, which is actually going to help our shooting and going to bump up our ball handling. So as you can see, that gives us the 86 ball control. We're going to be able to do that crazy behind the back. I mean, I think overall this build is actually pretty good in terms of comparing it to myself in real life. Obviously, we'll have to see how it performs, but I think the look of it looks pretty good. Now we get 4 choices for Takeover. Now I love to attack the basket really hard in real life, so I feel like we got to go with the slasher Takeover. I love to get, you know, blow-bys. You know, I've dunked on my fair share of people in real life, so I feel like we have to go with the slasher Takeover. That's what's going to give us the most realistic comparison, I feel like, to my IRL build, which is obviously the point of the video. All right, so let's see who they compare us to. We got Abdul Rauf, Steph Curry, and Trae Young. Okay, so they kind of compared us to small shooters. I guess I feel like none of those guys, obviously, first of all, any comparison to any NBA player, I'll take it. But those guys, I feel like, rely on the jump shot a lot more than I do. I do shoot a lot of jump shots, but I attack the basket. I feel like that's my main thing, is me attacking the basket. But like I said, any comparison to NBA players, I will take it. All right, especially dudes that have won league MVPs and all that stuff, we'll take it. So quickly, I'm gonna just run through the badges I would put on once I once I max this player out. Acrobat, contact finisher, slithery finisher, and honestly, with the last couple badges that I have, I'd probably put it on fancy footwork and giant slayer, just because of how small I am. You know, 6'2". That Giant Slayer is really going to kick in. Maybe bump it up to Hall of Fame. Maybe just balance it out between Fancy Footwork and Giant Slayer. I don't know. Some type of combination of those two, I think. All right. Next up, we got the defense badges. Now, I only get 6, so I would definitely go like gold clamps because, you know, my dude is so small. I'm going to need all the help I can, at least guarding the perimeter well. Maybe like interceptor, pick dodger, pickpocket. Or maybe throw it on Intimidator instead. Something like that, you know what I mean? Maybe no pick dodger, put on Intimidator. Some combination like that is what I probably rock to help me out on defense. Playmaking badges, gotta have quick first step because, like I said, I love to get to the basket, blow past people, all those types of things, you know what I mean? Put on bronze unpluckable just so I'm not getting ripped. Listen, if you haven't seen my video on Space Creator, definitely check it out because that badge is crazy. Ankle breakers all day. Speaking of ankle breakers, I feel like tight handles or ankle breaker, I'd rather have tight handles. I feel like that freezes the opponent more. And then I would throw it on gold dimer as well because, you know, just to help my teammates out when I kick it out after drawing the defense, you know. Now, last but not least, the shooting badges, quick draw, range extender, they gotta be Hall of Fame. No reason to even explain that. They gotta be. That's gonna help the build perform really well. I'm gonna throw the green machine up to gold, and then that's gonna leave us with 10 more badge upgrades. Okay, so hot zone hunter, it really depends. They changed the hot zones. Obviously, I would love to throw it on, but if you don't have hot zones on your player, there's no point of having it now because, you know what I mean, and they reset after every 25 games. It's this whole new system. I don't know. I'm gonna throw Deadeye on gold, difficult shots on Hall of Fame, hot zone hunter on silver, catch and shoot on bronze. I feel like that's a nice little balance, and it represents the way I play. I do shoot some contested shots in real life, you know, mid-range fadeaways, things like that. So the Deadeye difficult shots got to be up. But I feel like overall this is a pretty close representation of me IRL. Obviously, I'm not at the level of an NBA player and anything like that, but I'm just saying in terms of my play style, I think this build fits pretty well. So again, shout out to Duke, Davis, Peter for helping me create my build. If you guys want to see me grind this build and actually use it in the park, I need this video to hit 10,000 likes. I'll grind this build, get it badged out, and we'll bring my 6'2 IRL build to the park on NBA 2K20. Y'all have a good day. I'm out. Peace.